Good morning, everyone. I'd like to say thank you for coming to my presentations. It's great to see you all. Today, I want to talk to you about limitations distance learning. The purpose of this presentation is to find out what limits the distance learning process. First of all, I will go over some background details. The spread of COVID-19 in Indonesia in early 2020 has led to the closure of educational institutions, not only in Indonesia but also around the world. Therefore, the Board of Education has begun to change its learning system from face-to-face to online technical assistance-based learning, which inevitably becomes to the main choice for schools and university levels. It tests the university's readiness to face a crisis that requires the help of state-of-the-art technology, including hardware and software, to enable effective online learning. To start with, I'll review about the COVID-19 existence impact. COVID-19, despite the handoff on human existence, has also been shown to be an agent of change for many areas of life. Its enormous impact on all human life, from the business sector to the education and teaching sector, both in cities and in remote areas, that educational institutions around the world have been forced to modify their delivery systems to better learning new obstacles posed by the pandemic. However, 21st century educational institutions firmly entrenched in technology tools must review and change existing course delivery mechanism, student engagement process, and course assessment tools, especially when lockdown in most countries of the world led to institutional closures. The idea of social distancing is extended to teaching and learning, which requires teachers and students to work from home. After that, I'll start by describing about how the limitations of distance learning. Technically, online innovations-based learning is very different from conventional learning that occurs in schools. Teachers and students don't meet face-to-face but occur remotely, allowing teachers and students to be in different places with different commitments and skills in operating technology. Not to mention that this policy was a bit sudden to learn using technology, even though before COVID-19 appeared, teachers and students in remote areas were not used to it, and some schools seem to forbid their students being caught bringing gadgets into the school environment. This is also an irony in education system and policies in remote areas, which are very contradictory to the needs of education and learning implementers in the era of high technology long before the pandemic and other crises occurred. Online-based learning or virtual learning has become a cutting-edge and global solutions in developed and developing countries, and because technology-based learning programs have been going on for almost a year in Indonesia. There are a lot of complaints raised by students, teachers, and also parents, which later give rise to many studies on the shortcomings to this of distance learning improve the quality of learning system policies, especially during pandemic and other social crises. Then, I look at what do students, teachers, and parents complain about. After that, I'll move on to what are demands that students, teachers, and parents have to fulfill. Mentioning, given that it has been analyzed that EDE helps to ensure remote learning which is manageable. How can this happen in Indonesia? So, the COVID-19 pandemic has made it difficult for most students to deal with emergency distance education because it has an impact on the learning experience of teachers and students. Supportive and efficient infrastructures is important in order to ensure smooth learning in the COVID-19 era. Distance learning during the COVID-19 pandemic through online learning, its main principle in ensuring the safety and mental health of children. At least, there are Q&A sessions, and feel free to interrupt me if you have any questions.